Hello everyone, welcome to Stock Market. Just today has been such a crazy day in the stock market. This week has been pretty tough too. We're going to talk about that today and see why. Are we having a market crash? What is going on with the stock market? It is so frustrating. I'm going to talk about that and more today. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment down below. I would like to hear from you. We can learn together and teach one another. Hit the link below and get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,800. Gives you a great chance to get some money in the stock market just by depositing $100. Well, let's take a look at the stock market and see what happened in the last 2 days. I wanted to look at Dow Jones, and as you can see in the past day, we started off 34,500 throughout the day. It went down. It went down actually over 1%. At one point, it was trading down 1.3%. That actually shows that the stock market is affecting all the sectors and all the stocks. At first, what happened in February is all the tech stocks really got hit. We had a big correction, which turned into a crash for tech stocks. Some of the sectors were holding on and were doing good. Today and this week has really scared a lot of investors because it's not just going on to tech stocks now. It's going after all the stocks. NASDAQ also, if you look at this, about a 1% decrease, and both the Dow and the NASDAQ ended up kind of recovering through the day. But if we look at the past 2 days, it has been down almost 3%. If we just look, let's look at Friday of last week. Looking at the NASDAQ, we were down 5% in just 3 trading days, which is huge for the NASDAQ. So this has a lot of people worried, and for good reason. So we're going to answer, is there going to be a stock market crash? What could have caused it, and what you can do with your money. Also, let's look at the going back to the Dow, the past 5 days. I mean, look at this. Just going from this Monday, this week, from a high of $35,080 and all the way to the low, I mean, it went down by 2.67%. Again, that's huge. So let's look at why. Well, we're actually getting a lot of news, and a lot of things are starting to look pretty grim. It's all started in February when the stimulus was rolling out and the bond yields were creeping up, and everybody started to get their money out of tech stocks and move it into more secure stocks like banking, a lot of the recovery from COVID, the travel stocks. Well, we're starting to see that those are getting hit a little bit too. So what's behind this? I have some notes here just to make sure we cover it all. We are worried about inflation. That's one of the first and biggest things that's being talked about in the news right now. So what's causing this inflation? Well, the federal government says that they're really not worried about inflation and they would let it go up to 2%. Well, people are starting to worry because we're starting to see that the cost of goods is skyrocketing. It's going up. Companies are starting to charge more for commodities. Look at the lumber prices. My brother's actually building a house in Dallas, Texas, and the house was running around $200,000 before he started building. And just 3 weeks later, the price of that house went up by 10%. So it went up by $20,000 for the same house just a few weeks down the road. We asked the company, the builders, why is it going up so much? They said lumber prices have gone up 3 times the cost. Well, this has trickled down to other things, such as the semiconductor and chip is in high demand for the electric vehicles, for computers, for gaming systems. Everybody that's pretty much watching this video on your iPhone, if you're watching this on your iPad or tablet or computer, all these chips are in short supply, and there's a huge demand for them, which is raising the prices up. And if you haven't heard, recently in the news, the Colonial Pipeline was just hacked, and they stopped the flow of gasoline from Houston, Texas, all the way up to New Jersey. That's about 5,500 miles of flow of gasoline, diesel, very important and critical things that people need, especially in the summer for traveling, for jet fuel, gasoline. This has put a lot of fear in people, and this is causing so much problems right now because you're starting to see all these headlines. All these headlines are just so worried about what is the stock market going to do. Another part that is causing the stock market to go down is we just had an enormous stimulus package, these stimulus checks. Well, what's happening? Well, just think about it. In the past year, we have been cooped up in our houses. We have not been buying things. We have not been traveling. They feel so free now that they go out and they buy things. They buy computers. They're looking for houses. Now people are starting to renovate their homes. They're wanting to buy lumber. And things are just starting to increase in prices, and that's starting to show and starting to worry. The third thing I would like to talk about, what's causing this huge problem in the stock market, look at the jobs report. The jobs report, analysts were saying that 1 million jobs were supposed to be created. Well, we really missed that one. The jobs report showed that only 266,000 jobs were filled. And out of those, only 180,000 were actually really solid jobs. So you have all these problems and all these things happening. So let's look at the stock market. Well, with the tech stocks, a lot of people were pulling their money out and putting into cryptocurrencies. And you saw this by Ethereum going up, Bitcoin skyrocketing, Dogecoin, it's really booming as well. If you go in and look at Dogecoin in the past 3 months, you're going to be shocked. It's going to be thousands of percents. Let me show you what they're showing on the news. And notice there's one big theme of all these major headlines. So let's go back and let me show you this. So this headline says, stocks tumble as surging prices rattle the market. So this is talking about, if we scroll down here, this is talking about all the shortages in raw material price spikes, there's shortages, and people are worried about inflation. You can see that the prices are rising in commodities, lumber prices, shipping costs, all these things are becoming more and more expensive. What is that doing? It's driving up the price of all the goods. If you think that your stocks have gone down, let me show you that you're not alone. This is an interesting article I had come up and found by Cathie Woods. It's titled, Cathie Woods, Misery Mounts as Art Dips Below $20 billion. This is very interesting because you're seeing that all the stocks and all the companies that are managing large amounts of money, they're getting hit too, especially in Cathie Woods' art portfolio. And the reason why is because she is tech heavy. So let's look at this real quick. I thought this was very interesting, but I'm going to zoom into that and let's take a look. So the price on the right is in millions. So if you look here where my cursor is, that is $20 billion, and that's as of today. So this is the fund. If you look it up, it's ARKK, ARKK. It's an ETF fund from ARK Innovations, and it has a lot of stocks in it that are focused on innovation, on technology. It does have like Tesla in it. You can actually see those stocks took a really big hit. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is take a look at this. Back in February, remember February 9th was the big day that all the tech stocks started to take a big hit. But if you look at this, ARK Innovation that Cathie Woods manages, and she's very well known for having high growth in her stocks and in her ETF funds. But look at this. The portfolio that she has was worth $28 billion. She has lost $8 billion. This fund, look at this, ARKK came down 34% from its February peak. The reason I'm pointing this out is that we're all in this. I wanted to conclude with this video to tell you Remember, I'm not your financial advisor. Always do your due diligence before you buy any stocks. If you are a new investor and you're starting off, this is a great time for you. What I would do if you're interested in any of the stocks, especially the tech stocks, the electric vehicle stocks, I would actually put a little bit of money. Don't go in heavy. Don't put all your money into one stocks or all the tech stocks, because yes, they are down, but I don't think we've reached the bottom yet. And I'm not sure if there's anybody out there actually that could tell you that we reached the bottom, because there's not a way to tell. The only way to tell is when we start reaching the bottom, we hit our base, we hit that consolidation line, and then the stocks start going up, and we can see where it tests. Right now, we're still falling, and you don't want to put all your money into that. Put in a little bit of money, just dollar cost average. So just pick some of the stocks. Let's say, for example, NEO. I did a video on NEO. Go back and look at that. But you can see some of the price predictions I had for it. But right now is a really good time to get some of the good stocks like NEO, which will in the future, 2, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, you're going to have a great growth in that stock. So again, if you're a new investor, I would dabble. I would take little bites and just put your money in there just a little bit. Don't go all in, and just kind of dollar cost average and see where this trend is going. If you're like me and you're a long-term investor and I've already been invested, and I mentioned that I bought my stocks at the beginning of January, and yes, I've taken a big hit. I can tell you I've been holding. On the dips, I have been nibbling. I have been buying a little bit to get my dollar cost average down. I don't know when we're going to hit the bottom yet. So again, I'm not going heavy in, but I am dollar cost averaging down and seeing where that baseline is going to hit. If you're a trader that likes doing options, this is actually a really good time to do options because you're having a lot of volatility in the market. You're having a lot of ups. You're having a lot of going downs. So check out how to do options. But those are for more of the advanced investors. You could buy puts, which means that you're pretty much betting or thinking that the market's going to go down. And it has gone down. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe to my channel so you can see more content like this. Give me a thumbs up. It actually helps so other people can see my videos as well. Don't forget, there's a link below to Webull. It's an account that if you put $100 of your money, you'll get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. You'll also be helping my channel as well because I'll get a free stock as well. Again, thank you so much for watching my video. Please remember to teach each other, plant that seed, watch it grow, and we grow together by learning from each other. Thank you, and have a good day. Until next time.